Good morning, everybody. We are going to do our workout for today. You are going to need a resistance band, so we want to make sure that we have a resistance band. If you want to do the exercises without a resistance band, that is 100% okay, but we're going to sit in our chair. We're going to sit towards the middle or the front of the chair is our goal to try to work on our core, and we're just going to start with toe rocks. So lift toes, lift heels, lift the toes, lift the heels. We're going to start to wake up those ankles. So today we're going to do a little bit of cardio, we're going to do a little strength, and we're going to do a little bit of balance. If at any time you would like to come to standing, you are welcome to come to standing. If you need to stay seated the entire class, that's okay too. Let's tap it right and left. So just a little heel to the front. So now we're going to start to wake up those knees. All right, let's tap it out to the side, out and out. Now, I always try to keep up with the music. You go with the speed that's going to feel good for you today. Good, 4, 3, right foot only. We're going to tap it heel and toe, heel and toe. So a little forward and a little back, really waking up those knees. Just 4, 3, 2. All right, let's switch it over to the other foot. So heel and toe, heel and toe. Good, 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna march. So let's lift and lift. We're gonna take those arms. We're gonna add an opposite hand shoulder tap. So I know this is the hard one that everybody kind of struggles with. You wanna think opposite arm and leg. All right, no legs, just take the arms up and up. So a little swing. All right, now we're gonna make the swing a little bit bigger. We're gonna straighten the elbows, palms facing in, thumbs reaching up towards the ceiling. We're gonna start to wake up the shoulders. Good, 6, 5, here's 4, 3, 2. All right, bring it into the center. We're gonna open and close. So working on the chest, working on the shoulders. We're just doing a little assessment here as well. How are you feeling today? How does your body feel? Good, let's bring the arms down. Let's just roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pocket. Let's bring the hands out in front. We're just gonna rotate palms down and palms up. So our goal is to not lift the elbows, just to bend at the wrists, the elbows a little bit. 2. All right, we're gonna do circles. So nice, good arm circles, or I should say wrist circles here. So little wrist circles, and we're gonna change direction. Good, bring the hands out in front. We're gonna do thumb to index, middle, ring, and pinky. So if you wanna go faster, you absolutely can. I want you to think about trying to gently touch the tip of your finger to the tip of your thumb. We don't have to squeeze. We're just trying to do a nice good tap. Nice good circles. I'm going to go a little faster for a few. 3, 2. All right, last one. Let's take the arms down, ear to shoulder, side to side. Just a little bit of a tilt. So we want to think ear to shoulder versus shoulder to ear. Let's bring the head up. We're going to look to one side and then we're going to look to the other. So slow and steady, and then make sure you continue breathing. This isn't one that we want to hold our breath, and you go at a speed that's comfortable for you so that you don't get dizzy. That tends to be the hard one. 2 and 1. Good. We're going to make the letter L. So index finger at the chin. We're going to take our thumb is going to go right at our sternum, and we're going to pull the chin straight back, and then we're going to go forwards. So straight back and then forwards. We don't want to lift, and we don't want to tuck into a full double chin. So we're going to take it back, and then we're going to go forwards. Back and forwards. Good. Couple more. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it in. We're going to go back down, starting with our lower body again. We're going to take our right heel forward, and we're just going to move from our hip and do our little windshield wipers. So just a little rotation. I usually have to scoot towards the front of the chair just so that it's a little bit more comfortable on the back of my leg. Good. Let's bring it in, and we're going to switch it over to the other side. So heel down, toe up, and we're moving from the hip. So it's just a little wiggle jiggle. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's bring it into the center. We're just going to lift our hips. So it's a little side to side. Now, if you want to make it a little harder, we're going to scooch ourselves all the way back, and then we're going to scooch ourselves all the way forwards. So scooch it back, lifting the hips. Try to go all the way to the back of the chair, and then all the way to the front of the chair. Good. Now let's bring it forward towards the middle or the front of the chair. We're going to take our right hand and put it on the seat of the chair, and our left hand, we're going to do a little side bend and a little reach. And if it's not comfortable to do the big arm reach, you can just have your hand on your shoulder and you can just focus on the side bend. We're trying to get a little stretch between our hips and our ribs. So you do what's going to feel good. 2 and 1. Let's bring it in. Now we're going to take our left hand to the left seat on the side of the chair, and then same thing. You can do a big arm reach, or you can do just that little side bend. So focus is on lifting the ribs, keeping the hips a little bit low, and keeping your buns glued to the floor. Or not to the floor, to the chair. I say that every time. You're keeping your buns glued to the chair. It's because I do a lot of exercises on the floor, and I have to tell people to keep their buns glued to the floor. So now we're trying to stay in the chair. Okay, last one. All right, let's bring it into the center. And we're just going to do a little wiggle, a little jiggle, a little shake out. At this time, if you would like to come to standing, you are more than welcome to. If you want to stay seated, that's okay too. So we're going to come around to the front. And this is one you're just going to kind of have to be a little bit towards the side or the back of your chair. You want to make sure that you're not somewhere that you're going to accidentally kick it or run into it. And we're just going to start a march. So we're just going to march it right, left. So we're going to learn some different moves, and then we're going to try to put them all together. I know this is everybody's favorite thing to do. All right, we're going to march it forward. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to take it back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're staying seated, you're not going to be doing a lot of forward and back. You're just going to be doing a lot of marching. Now we're going to go forward for 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take it back. Forward and back. So you might not be going very far. That's 100% okay. Forward and back. So 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more. All right, we're going to march it slow. Out, out, in, out, out, in. So out and in, out. Now can we go faster? Can we go out, out, in? So it's just a march, and we do 2 marches wide and then 2 marches narrow. All right, let's march it forwards. Now march it out and in. March it back, out and in. March it forward. So forwards, out and in. March it back, out and in. March it forwards, out and in. March it back, out and in. 2. All right, we're gonna do a little curl, so step and curl. Think about trying to kick yourself in the tush. You wanna make sure that you're not in front of your chair, because if you are, there's a good chance you're gonna kick that chair. We just wanna think about a little kick back. All right, let's march it forwards, forward, out and in. 2. March it back, out and in. 2. All right, ham curl. So it's a step and a little kick. You can hold on to the chair if you need to. If you're sitting, you're just going to carefully tap your toe back, just a little bit of a knee bend. 4, 3. Now we're going to step touch. So step together. So our out, out, in was we kept our body in the center. We went out and in. Now we're side stepping. Side step. 4, 3. We're going to walk it forwards. Walk it forward, out and in, out and in. 2. Let's walk it back, out and in. All right, ham curls, curl it. Just try to kick yourself in the backside. 4, 3. We're gonna step touch right here, step touch, step together, wide together. Last move, we're gonna do our touch 2 right. So 2 right, 2 left, 2 right, 2 left. Good, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Walk it forward, so we're gonna go through it all, out and in, out and in. 2, walk it back, out and in. All right, we're gonna do our curl, so little curl, little kick back. You can do a little toe tap back, that's okay too. Step touch, wide together. Double touch, 2. Let's walk it forwards. Walk it forward, out and in, out, out, and in. Walk it back, out and in. Our curls, step and curl. Step touch, side steps. Double, 2 right, 2 left. Walk it forward. This is our combination, out and in, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Walk it back, out and in. Curls, so step and a little kick back or a little toe tap back. Step touch, wide together. Double, 2 right, 2 left. Walk it forwards, out, out, in. We're just gonna keep it here. Walk it back, out and in. All right, here's our curl. So little curl. Step touch. 2, 2, double. All right, walk it forwards. Out, out, in. Can we do our curls here? 4, 3, step touch. Double touch right here. 2 right, 2 left. Gonna have a little fun. Good, couple more. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna walk it back. Know where you are. Out and in, out and in. Here's our curls. 4, 3, step touch. double, step touch, double, double. I know I'm a little off. It's okay, right? As long as we're here and moving and breathing, I'm happy. That's what we're going for. All right, we're just gonna march it right here. All right, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Good, breathe it in. And exhale. Some deep breaths. We're good to go. We're gonna come around behind our chair. So we're going to be behind our chair. I'm going to be behind the chair as well. So I'm going to be a little bit to the side so that hopefully you can see me. We're going to take the leg out and then we're going to bring it back in. So out and in. Now you can just do a little toe tap, bring it in. Out and in. Keep going. If you're sitting, I just want you to do very, very slow little taps. Switching legs. So out and in. Out and in. Good little tap out. Bring it back in. Out. All right, we're gonna lift our heels. So I want you to lift your heels and hold, then set it back down. You can stay standing. If you need to rest, that's okay too. You can have a seat, but we're gonna lift and we're gonna lower. I want you to make sure we're not pushing down on the chair. It's there for a little support, but I want you to just think about a nice, good heel lift, working on some balance. Lift and down. Last one, lift and down. All right, we're gonna come around to the front of the chair. We're gonna have a seat. And then we are going to grab our bands. So we've done a lot of lower body with all that walking and everything, and with our leg lifts. So now we're gonna work on a little bit of upper body. I highly recommend having shoes. I completely forgot to put shoes on because I normally don't wear them unless I am going out. But if you're using a band, I'm sure all of you have shoes on, but you wanna wear shoes. You can do one foot in the middle, or you can take your feet out and we're just going to keep them nice and flat. We're going to bring our hands up towards our shoulders. So think thumbs to shoulders and then go back down again. So up, 2, down, 2. So just bring your thumb to your shoulder. My elbows are staying pointing down towards the ground. So just think you're going to pick something up so you can carry it. Good, 4 more. Up and down. Good, up and down. And it doesn't have to actually touch. You don't have to bring your elbows up to your hands to your shoulders. Up and down. Good. And we're going to carefully loosen the band and we're going to bring it around to the front. We're going to bring it around to the front. We're going to grab our bands nice and wide. The wider you grab them to start with, the easier this will be. If you grab your band really close together and only have a couple of inches, it's really going to be hard to stretch. So start with a nice wide hand position, shoulders are down, and we're going to stretch the taffy. So stretch the taffy and bring it in. So stretch and in. And this is one I promise, wider hands is going to be easier. And we want to think a good stretch. If this is a bit much for you today, you can bring your arms down and you can still do your pinches. This is just going to help us get a little bit stronger, and it's going to help us keep that nice upright posture. So we're working on those good posture muscles in our back. Here's 2 and 1. Good. Bring it in, hands down. You can roll your shoulders. You can wiggle your fingers a little bit. We're going to grab the band. So we're going to take right hand, left shoulder. So right hand, left shoulder, and we're going to bring our left hand and we're going to grab the band kind of by our ribs, and we're going to do our tri-step. So we're going to straighten and we're going to bring it up. We're going to go down and we're going to come up. So lower and lift. So it's right hand, left shoulder, Left arm is going to straighten and bend. So we're working the back of the arm. We're working our triceps. So the first exercise we did was biceps, front of the arm. Now we're working triceps, which are the back of the arm. Good, one more. And I leave my arms right where they are, my hands where they are. And now I'm going to take my left hand to my right shoulder. So you bring it across the body. And now your arm is going to go down and up. So down and up. And it's just a bend and a straighten. So working the back of the arm. It's one that it's a muscle we don't see very often. And we kind of don't think about it. We do a lot of work on back of the body for that reason. Good, here's 2 and 1. Let's go ahead and bring it in. We're going to hold the band all the way on the ends, as far apart as you can get them. Nice, big, loose band in the middle. We're going to put our coat on, and then we're going to take our coat off. So imagine you're taking your jump rope and you're swinging it around behind you because you're getting ready to jump rope. But we're just going to do a nice good circle and bring it around. If you need to set the band down for a minute and just think about putting your coat on that way, you can, but this is a good way to practice. All right, we're going to put it on and we're going to leave it on. We're going to take it underneath our arm. So I take the band under my arm and then I cinch it up. I grab it a little bit closer to my ribs. So instead of having my hands way out, I bring them a little bit closer. Shoulders down, and we're just going to press forward and we're going to come back. So we press forward and we come back. Press forward and back. Elbows can be in, close to the body. So good push. 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to take that band and we're just going to kind of drape it across the back of the chair so it's out of the way. And we're just going to roll the shoulders and give ourselves a little finger wiggle, see how it feels. All right, last exercise we're going to do. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see what I'm doing, but you keep staying pointing forwards. I'm going to sit towards the middle or the back of the chair. I'm going to lean back a little bit, and it's okay if your back is resting on the back of the chair. You're going to hold on to the seat, and we're going to lift and then set the toes down. Lift and down. And if you're thinking, wow, that's really, really hard, you can just do one leg and then set it down. And one leg and set it down. And it doesn't have to be very high. It can just be an inch or 2. So if that's what's comfortable for you, I don't expect everybody to get their knees like way up to their chest. And again, you can lean back into the chair. We just don't want to be rounded and hunkered down. So just nice and tall, up and down. 3. Here's 2. And 1. Good. And we're going to bring it in. We're going to sit nice and tall. I'm going to have company. So we're going to have the kitty today. Let's take our right heel forward. And we're just going to walk it forward and give yourself a nice good. You can think about reaching for your ankle, your knee, whatever you can reach. Good, let's bring it up. Let's switch it over to the other side. So heel down, toe up. We're just going to walk it forwards a little bit. Good, let's go ahead and bring it in. We're going to take our right leg out to the side. So we just take a nice big step. You can very gently press on that inner thigh. So we just kind of opened it out just a little bit, and we're just going to gently press out on the inner thigh. Now your leg might not have gone out as far as mine, and that's okay. Good, now we're going to bring it in. We're going to do the same thing with the other foot. So we just step it out, very gently press out on the inner thigh. So you're trying to help that hip open. So we're working on our hip here. Make sure that we're not foot out, knee in, or vice versa. You just want attention. Good, bring it in. She does this a lot. Let's reach the arms back towards the back of the chair and lengthen. She has a lot of appearances on YouTube in a lot of my workouts. Good, let's release, bring it in, hands to shoulders, walk your fingers back towards the middle of your back. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're going to take our arms out, rotate from the shoulders, palms facing up, and we're going to reach the thumbs back as far as we can. It's just a nice, good chest stretch right here. So pinch the shoulder blades together and bring it in, arms down, roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Good, shoulders down, ear to shoulder, we're gonna hold. So we're gonna hold right here. And let's switch. So again, ear to shoulder, the shoulder facing up. I want you to lift it up towards the ceiling. Bring it in, and we're just going to do loose fist, kitty cat claws, and spread. So kitty cat and spread. I want you to try to just bend your knuckles. I want you to still show me the palm of your hands. So curl and spread, curl and spread. Good, bring it into the center. Little shake out, just kind of shake the arms out, shake the leg out. Shake the other leg out. Let's take a couple deep breaths in. So big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. Good, one more time. Big breath in and out. And you are all done. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will see you again in class later. So bye.